On iBrand News now, Nigerians fume over the introduction of new bank charges for unstructured supplementary service data USSD services. Police arrests 5 suspected killers of FASORANTI'S daughter. Gunman kills 8 women at spa in the US state of Georgia. Hello, glad to have you join us on News Now. I am Michael Nath. The United Labour Union, involving Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress, have asked the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, to immediately kill what it described as anti-masses bill. The unions are opposed to a bill seeking the removal of the minimum wage from the exclusive legislative list to the non-concurrent list. Returning to the House for a meeting brokered by the Speaker on Tuesday, the union said the protests will continue across the Federation until the voice of the masses prevail. Operatives of the force CID SWAT have arrested 5 more suspects in connection to the killing of Mrs. Funke Olakuni, daughter of former leader of Fenifere, Pa Reuben Fashoranti. Alokuri was killed in July 2019 by suspected kidnappers along the Ore-Lagos highway. The 4 suspects, Lawal Mazaja, Adamu, Muhammad Shehu Usman, and Awal Abubakar, were earlier arrested and are being prosecuted. They were arraigned on 3-count charge of conspiracy to kill, murder, and kidnapping. Nigerians have expressed dissatisfaction over the introduction of new charges for the unstructured supplementary service data USSD services. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, on Tuesday introduced 6 naira 98 kobo per transaction conducted at deposit money banks and all CBN licensed institutions. Some Nigerians who spoke with iBrandTV expressed their displeasure.
To me, I don't think it's okay financially, and economically it's not okay.
It's not right for now. Maybe in future, but for now, it's not right.
People that are living in Nigeria now, there are some people now that say they are ready to leave Nigeria, going to another country. Can't see Ghana, can't see Togo now. They are now settled. Because you know one thing, we don't have government. You don't have government in Nigeria at all.
Now, saying you want to start charging us 7 naira per each USSD code transaction, I think it's not been fair. Because what about people that do transactions of several thousands and several millions in a day? Are you charging it per each transaction? That's the question you should ask. And at what end is this policy favoring an average Nigerians? Is the money going to be reintegrated into the society?
The federal government and your state government on Tuesday promised to use solid minerals as springboard for the diversification and development of the economy. The Minister of State for Mines and Steel Development, Uche Oka, made this known during a courtesy visit to Governor Seyi Makinde at the Governor's office in Ibadan. The minister was in the Oyo State capital with his team for the 56th Annual International Conference and Exhibitions of the Nigerian Mining and Geosciences Society.
To diversify the economy using agriculture and mining. And in doing that, you can see a lot that has been done in agriculture and a lot is happening in mining. That is why the president has asked that within the 6 geopolitical zones, we are doing processing plants and markets just to see how we can galvanize the miners. You know, mining in Nigeria is still within the artisanal mining sector. So we're trying to see how we can bring them or mainstream them to the junior miners. And one of the things we are doing in the ministry is that we do not want any mineral to be taken out of the country in a raw form. So we want minerals to be processed in Nigeria, and that is why we are doing mineral processing plant in the 6 geopolitical zones.
Nigerians in Diaspora Commission have announced the return of 118 Nigerians who were stranded in Libya. NITCOM, in a post on Twitter, said the returnees who arrived in Abuja in the early hours of Wednesday include 51 males, 41 females, 17 children, and 9 infants. The returnees will be quarantined at the Federal Capital Territory Hajj camp for 14 days in line with the new COVID-19 protocols. Now, the Yaba Magistrate Court, sitting in Lagos on Tuesday, granted bail to 2 NSAS protesters who had been remanded in the Kirikiri medium security prison since October 2020. Both men, Nicholas Mba, 32, and Ogumba Chimeze, 20, were arraigned on a 3-count charge of attempted arson, public disturbance, and armed robbery. Having pleaded not guilty, the court granted a bail application filed by Defense Counsel AOJ for Nicholas and IA Ade Bambo for Chimeze to the tune of 50,000 naira and asked that they provide 2 sureties in like sum. African news now. At least 58 people have been killed in Niger after attacks that took place near the border with Mali. Gunmen have opened fire on 4 vehicles that were bringing people back from a market in the Tilaberi region. No group has claimed the attack. However, there are currently 2 jihadist campaigns in Niger, one in the west near Mali and Burkina Faso, and another in the southeast on the border with Nigeria. Foreign news now. 8 people, many of them women of Asian descent, have been killed in shootings at spas in the U.S. state of Georgia. Police said the shootings took place at a massage parlor in Acworth, a suburb north of Atlanta, and 2 spas in the city itself. South Korea later confirmed that 4 of the victims were of Korean descent. Officials said a 21-year-old man had been arrested and was believed to be the suspect in all of the attacks. With business, the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, has intensified surveillance of filling stations in Lagos State to ensure compliance with the approved pump price for premium motor spirit PMS. The Zonal Operations Controller DPR Lagos, Ayorinde Cardoso, led the surveillance team to some petrol stations located in Ikoyi, Victoria Island, and Lekki areas of the state.
Okay, what is the purpose of this surveillance visit embarked upon by DPRO today?
Okay, this is part of our regular function to carry out surveillance. But we are coming out today to check out product availability, product quality, because we have some information about water ingress to some of the tanks. So we are going out to check that. And also to look at consumer protection, so that they are not under chain, under dispensing. So basically that is how we are here.
Okay, so far, what is your assessment of this visit? What have you observed so far? Is there compliance with the directives to sell at the normal price given by the government following what happened on Friday?
Yeah, we've gone around at least about 7 stations now, and they all operate between the price band, approved pump price band, 162, and so we've gone around. The majors are a bit cheaper, but independent, they are also in that price band.
Nigeria has recorded its biggest foreign trade deficit since 1981 as the trade balance stood at a deficit of 7.38 trillion naira in 2020. This is according to available data obtained from the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS). According to the recent foreign trade report, total imports in the year 2020 was valued at 19.9 trillion naira, surpassing the total exports of 12.52 trillion naira, indicating a trade deficit of 7.38 trillion naira. This is the second time Nigeria is recording a negative trade balance in the past 10 years. The Nigeria Ports Authority said on Tuesday that 23 ships at the Lagos ports were discharging bulk wheat, bulk gypsum, general cargo, frozen fish, container base oil, bulk clinker, and petrol. The NPA made this known in its publication Shipping Position. It listed other items being discharged as ethanol, bulk sugar, and automobile gasoline. 16 other ships laden with petroleum products, food items, and other goods were expected from March 16th to April the 14th. And that's news now on iBrandTV. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Michael Nath.